Thank you, Gabriel. We're in our 45th shiur Sharei Kedusha. And I just want to let you guys know one thing. Whoever is in our Sharei Kedusha shiur, when they listen to Sharei Gilgulim, they have a much stronger grasp. I was surprised when you were in the Sharei Gilgulim shiur, you were already grasped. Atzilut, Bira, Yitzira, Asiyah, Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Chai, Yechidah. He was a pro. You already knew Nefesh, Asiyah, this, that. He got it right away. You see how it is when you listen to one thing over and over? So you guys are getting a very strong basis in B'Torat Ha'ari right now. It's a very strong foundation. Okay?
Hey.
We're Peichet. Peichet, yes? V'neve'erata. Yes, I was right. So, we ended off last week. We said that the Yetzer HaTov and the Yetzer Hara, they're actually not outside of us. They're inside of us. You have a neshama. First of all, the Ein Sof is inside of you. God Himself is inside of you. And surrounding Him is your neshama. Surrounding your neshama is your levush. A levush is an intermediate between your body and your soul. Your soul cannot. It's a spiritual barrier. Let's say it allows your body to live simultaneously with your soul. That body, that simultaneous barrier, let's call it, is your Yetzer HaTov and your Yetzer Hara. Your Yetzer HaTov is more inside, closer to your soul, and your Yetzer Hara is closer to your body. That's why your body always wants to do Averot. You don't remember this last week? And your Yetzer Hara, your Neshama always wants to do good. That's why you always have to test yourself. How do you know if you're stronger in your Yetzer Hara, your Yetzer HaTov? If you see how strong you are in defeating your ta'avot.
You said you're not allowed to test yourself.
No, you'll see how much could you hold yourself. I'll give you an example. This is a stupid example, but I'll tell it to you anyways.
Putting alcohol next to alcoholic?
That's a good example, but that's not such a good example. I'm talking about Averot right now. Alcohol could be a very good precursor to Averot. But let's say a woman passes by you. We're men. You understand? Naturally, we weren't meant to marry one woman. We weren't. We were meant to marry many women. Right? We were meant to. HaKadosh Baruch Hu decided otherwise 1,000 years ago. This is Hashem's design. You're questioning it, you're questioning God. A woman passes by you, and your Yetzer Hara is on fire right now. You're not doing any Avera, you're just thinking. But there is an Avera. Lo taturu acharei levavchem v'acharei einechem ma'asher mezoim achareim. How strong are you in letting it go? The stronger your Yetzer HaTov is, the faster you can get over it. The stronger your Yetzer Hara is, you can't get rid of it. It keeps on going into your mind till you will go to sleep. You understand? And probably you wake up with it too. You understand? That's a stupid example because I'm giving you a very high test over here. You understand? For some people it could be geneva. It could be a cheating in business. A lot of genevot happen in business. A lot of genevot. You understand? So you have to be very careful. On one hand, barber is a good job. On the other hand, they have a lot of tests too. Right? Razor, schmazer, phaser, all that stuff.
Sometimes you don't know. The Jewish or not, you don't know.
Sometimes it's better not to ask. But a barber's job is to ask. You always ask. Understand? You have to be honest with yourself. Do you believe in HaKadosh Baruch Hu or not? Do you believe your parnasah comes from Hashem or not? Some people are strong. Some people, till the last breath of their neshama, they'll never get over it. They'll still do it. They can't get over it. They will still shave with a razor, the Jew. They'll still do it. They can't get over it. How am I going to know this? My parnasah? Lawyers. Lawyers who go to the court, they have a lot of issues. A Jewish lawyer who in a court, he's got to take a change of profession. And instead of go to some real estate law or something. It's a very tough job. With halachically speaking, he's into a lot of halachic issues. Just to go to a goyish court is a halachic issue.
But you live in a goyish world.
Doesn't matter. You're a Jew. You're supposed to have. Remember, Jews have always had their own Beit Din. Always have had their own Beit Din.
So how come religious lawyers find their way out?
That's the thing. They find ways out, or they do what they have to do. I don't know. I'm not an expert in question mishpat.
I see a lot of
I love Choshen Mishpat. I love Even HaEzer. I love these things. I don't have the time to learn everyone inside out. When I was studying in Kollel, we used to learn these things, mamash, chazak. When I was in my tenure in Kollel, we studied Even HaEzer, chazak over there. Mamzerut, Kiddushin, this, that. But unfortunately, life takes you in different directions. Or Ovadia Yosef used to shake his baby's carriage. He had, 8, 9 kids? You understand? And he used to learn in the middle of the night, the Shulchan Aruch. You understand? His wife, he used to live in a house, Ovadia Yosef, where the bathroom and the kitchen was in the public area. When he used to have a meeting with rabbis, his wife used to hide under the table. They used to have, those Japanese tables with the thing. She used to breastfeed the kid under the table, and he used to have meetings with the rabbis. To that extent was his poorness, was his miskenut. Just to give you some kind of, he suffered. If it burns,
It
works. If you think you're going to become a Talmid Chacham through, or have la di, it's not going to happen. You have to, through the shvira, comes the tikkun.
It's like building
Right?
muscles.
You have to work hard and everything. You have to break yourself to grow. And unfortunately, this worlds of technology and everything, they teach us just the opposite. It's just the opposite. The more you're dumb and don't have to do anything, the more you'll be successful. But at the end, they're not. Understand? They're not. Okay. So we ended up with that. The Yetzer HaTov is closer to the Neshama. Yetzer Hara is closer to the... But at the end of the day, it's inside of you. That's the secret. It's not outside of you. It's inside of you. Okay? Both Yetzer HaTov and Yetzer Hara work for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. ונבהר את העניין התירוץ השני שלו וישנו למה הצורך בבריאת אדם והגוף. So Reb Chaim says, now we're going to learn what's the purpose of creating man. We learned what's the essence of man. Till now, we learned what's the essence of man. Neshama, Ein Sof, Yetzer HaTov, Yetzer Hara, Guf. But what's the purpose of man? What are we doing here? To share. Ma notzu Yetzer HaTov Yetzer Hara. Why was it even created? The evil and positive inclination. And also we're going to explain the Pesukim, Tnu Oz Elohim, which means give God strength. How are you giving God strength? Tzur Yeladecha Teshi. God gave birth to you. You're his rock. What do you mean? You're, what? You're God's strength? What is it supposed to mean? God will go, you're done. The whole world is done. So what does that all mean? Right? What are we over here? Are we really nothing or really something? Hine, בתחילת הבריאה, the beginning of creation, נבראו כל העולמות. All the worlds were created, על סדר הנזכר לאל מכוח האין סוף. From the power of the Ein Sof they were created. ברצון הפשוט בתורת הדבר החסד. Remember one thing. In the beginning, everything was created not for a reason. Because he wanted it to be created. That's the first step. He wanted it.
It wasn't by design?
It wasn't, that was a design.
That
He wants it.
Right.
He wants
right.
it. You understand? That means the first step, remember, Hashem wants you to be here. That already gives you a very big plus. That means you mean something. That means you mean something. If Hashem wants you to be here, that means that you mean something to Him. You're not disposable. אחר כך צריך עוד להמשיך מה זה מחיר שיכול ללמוד לעמידן על העמדן כי בזמן הבריאה ולא יותר. We're in the fourth line. After that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu has to give us parnasa. In short. We're alive now, yeah? We need parnasa. כמו שכתוב, ידעתי כל אשר יעשה אלוקים הוא יהיה לעולם. עליו אין להוסיף וממנו אין לגרוע. Whatever God created is always forever. There's no such thing Hashem created something and it will get destroyed. Every creation that there is in this world has an everlasting effect.
What about dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs have an everlasting effect. You have their bones in the museum.
And their oil. Yeah, their oil.
Yeah, they're still here. Babylonians, Romans, all their effect is still here. Having them physically, no, they are physically here. What, do you think the ancient Greeks are done for? All of American society is based on Greek lifestyle. Till today, go to any high school, what do they teach? The Greek Odyssey, the Greek this, the Greek... My wife was in school in Israel, and she used to tell me, like, we used to learn Zeus, Aphrodite, like, and she said, what are we learning this for? Like, what is to us in these Greek things, you know? But they force it down the kid's throat over there. We're still living in a Greek society, the Persian society. We're still dealing with the Persians. You understand? Everything, nothing ends. Right? It changes form, but nothing ever. It's always forever.
Communism.
The only communism for sure is still doing Cuba, North Korea, China, what do you want? But Jewish people are very special. We never changed form. We're still the same guy with the beer, with the love, with the mitzvot, with the Torah, the same Torah that our great grandfather Rachamim had 3,000 years ago. Is the same Torah we have over here. That's the secret. We never changed any form. We still stay the same. We're not a regime. We're not an impression. We're the same thing. כמו שכתוב, אין כל חדש תחת השמש. Ecclesiastics. There is nothing new under the sun. Right? וכתיב, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה. We read every Friday night. God finished all the creations on the sixth day. What does that mean? That means there's nothing new. Everything that was created in the 6 days of creation. There's nothing new. Shu inyan habri'ah atzma. This is the creation itself, what God created in 6 days. All the creations in these 6,000 years. המשמשת חיותם מאז ואילך וצרח מעשיהם שיפרנסו. So the 6 days of creation, it's the bria, it's the parnasa of the bria. שהמשכת חיותם Now what happens? After the 6 days of creation, when Hashem stopped creating in open, now we have to we have to reveal Hashem, bring the parnasa to ourselves. But really, we're not bringing the parnasa to ourselves. We're all puppets over here. We're showing Hashem's. We're revealing Hashem. Wherever we go, we Jews, we reveal Hashem. Remember, guys, wherever you go, airport, work, that the goy always looks at you. Always, no matter what. You'll take off your kippah, he will look at you. Always. The goy always looks at you. He wants to know what you're doing. He's your klippah. Understand?
What do you mean by the goy always wants to?
The goy always looks up to you because you're his sustenance. You're his sustenance.
Yeah, because the chain that you have is something that you have.
The chain, I'm talking even spiritual more than that. You're his neshama. You're the fruit. He's the peel.
Even though
he needs you. It doesn't matter. He needs you. All the goyim in your life are your klipot.
They don't view it like that though.
They don't have to view it. Also the Rasha who hates the tzaddik. He doesn't view it as the tzaddik is his sustenance. But the Ari teaches us already that the Rasha that hates the tzaddik, that tzaddik is his sustenance. Datan ve'Aviram, their life force was who? Moshe. Korach's life force was Moshe. You understand? They see that they want to listarer. You understand what I'm saying? The reason is just the siba. It's just the reason for the party, to light the spark. But at the end of the day, the tzaddik is the life force. There are some tzaddikim that are chesed, some tzaddikim that are gevura, some tzaddikim that are tiferet, some tzaddikim that are yesod. They just don't want to be revealed. They want to stay in their 4x4. They don't want to be revealed. Like Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa, right? Mm-hmm. All of his life he ate a kav of carobs. But the whole world had parnasa because of him. How many enemies the guy had? Who knows? Right? Those are the Tanaim. We're in Peitet. האמנם 10 ספירות עצמן אינם צריכות למעשים כי השפע צריך להם להאמינה על עומדם שנצלו נמשך להם בהתחלה מאין סוף ברוך הוא. The 10 ספירות, Gabriel, they always have koach. They always have the shefa from the Ein Sof. God will never destroy the 10 sfirot. They'll always be forever. Whether we do mitzvot or don't do mitzvot, they're always there, the 10 sfirot. The shefa of the 10 sfirot are always there. Ki be'esher sfirot ne'emar lo yigurcha ra. In the world of Atzilut, the klipa cannot suck.
What about the Kava and Tzei?
The Kava and Tzei, the klipa cannot suck from it.
No, but if we don't do mitzvot, we don't bring that.
What we make a klipa, what we make the avera is in the worlds of Biriya, Yetzirah, and Asiya. But in Atzilut,
It's always working.
it's always working. It's a constant.
Up and
Big,
down.
it's like it's oxygen. What's the connection in this world? It's oxygen. Is there always oxygen?
Yes.
That's Atzilut. Imagine if God decided one day no oxygen.
5 minutes, you don't need a lot. 5 minutes,
We don't need no coronavirus or vaccine. Everything is done.
Maybe less.
30 seconds.
You understand? Everything will be done in a minute. Because the oxygen comes from the world of Atzilut. Chamtzan comes from the world of Atzilut. Gabriel. So therefore, but your Parnasa comes from Biriya, Yetzirah, and that's it. So you need to reveal Hashem in it. Sometimes Hashem gives you a wake-up call.
Shut that.
What does that mean, reveal Hashem?
You need to show that Hashem is the one giving it to you. It's not you.
By praying, by worship.
So if you go to shul 3 times a day and you keep on saying Hashem give me, give me,
That's
give
all.
me, so there's no reason to wake you up.
You're awake.
You're already awake.
Okay.
But if you're a Shamarusha and you're making millions and millions of dollars and suddenly, boom, stock market falls, you lost everything. Like happened before the corona. Right? What happened then? Why is Hashem doing that to the guy? Either he's not giving enough tzedakah, or number 2, he's not revealing Hashem enough. It's the same reason. Tell you the truth, it's all the same reason. There's no difference. There's no. Who says you have to be a millionaire? Who says? What if millionaire means having a good life with your wife, having a house, kids, and
Simple life.
yeah, a good life.
Why not?
Why not? Why you striving for something greater, like some people are? Why? First of all, there's propaganda. You have to have a Tesla, 2 of them, and you have to have the house in this place area, this
I
that.
don't want to work 11 days a day, 5 days a week. I want to maybe 4 hours be in the bed of midrash.
Do
studying.
it. Do it.
But
What's stopping you?
I have bills.
Why? What bills you have?
Listen,
What bills you have?
Don't buy a iPhone 11, 12. Buy a flip
Send,
phone.
send.
What
Buy
bills
a
you
flip
have?
phone. Don't buy expensive coffee cups.
Maybe
Small
What?
ones.
If
No
you-
How many
jeans.
bills? The bills you bring on yourself.
Yeah, no car, scooter.
Manual school.
Don't mess with that Kadosh Baruch Hu. Don't mess with a boss. Boss in Hebrew is how you spell boss. Bet Samech. With the Kolel, it's going to be Samech Gimel. Shem Sag. Av Sag Maven. Don't mess with Shem Sag. What happened in Shem Sag? This should be wrong.
Yeah.
The highest
Don't
level.
mess with the boss.
The highest level.
The truth is that everything in your life, I want to tell you something crazy, that there is a rabbi, but sometimes when you put yourself in bad predicaments, then you're going to get a shakal. Why? You got married, you had 8 kids, you got to be in the parnasa. You can't say, I have 8 kids, I'm going to learn Torah all day, and Hashem is going to give me the parnasa. Find some elder. Rabbi Yochanan Sandlar was a shoemaker, this one was a barber, this tzaddik was a this, that. Now there's one rabbi, I'm going to tell you where. He got divorced. He's being sued from his wife from his cheekbones. She's sucking the marrow from his cheeks. You understand why? He has 8 kids. He's not mefarnes with them. He has 8 kids. What are you? You're the Abba. You're the chokhmah. From the chokhmah comes the chayim. You got to give them parnasa. You understand what I'm saying? It's not a joke. That's why you need a rib. You need a rub. You need somebody to talk to. You need somebody to give you the true love, not whatever you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? All these chover chavers, people open up the book, people this, that. What do they tell you?
What you want to
What
hear?
you want to hear? That's what you believe in. Whoever doesn't tell you what you want to hear, he doesn't know what he's saying. And anyways, you do whatever he does.
It's like a good doctor.
Right?
He puts on a strict diet, strict.
So the world of Atzil doesn't need your shefa. It has a constant shefa, the world of Atzilut. Masha'en ken benivraim, but not in the creations.
What do you mean?
The Bia, Biriya, Yetzirah, Asiya.
The lower.
Shem Penasha, there's other souls, Velachut, Shem Muravim Tovra, which are already mixed of good and bad. Tzukin Maaseh v'tikun. It needs a Maaseh, it needs action, and it needs tikun, and it needs fixation.
This is our
remedy.
world.
That's us. That's we're the lowest. What happens in the Biriya Yetzirah Asiya when you stop doing mitzvot and you stop the shefa? Basically, you clog the pipe.
Block.
What happens? Over here is Atzilut, over here is Biriya Yetzirah Asiya. Atzilut keeps on having shefa, right? Atzilut. Now you did an Avera, you made a clog in Bria. Now Yitzira, Asiya also doesn't get a bracha, right? So what does the world think? That Atzilut is bad. Because the Shefa is not coming down
It's their fault.
from that. It's like you're saying like Hashem doesn't have the power. That's what it means when God says, give me the power. Not that you're giving him the power. He always has the power. But the pipe is what?
Cloud.
It's clogged. It's as if Hashem is not giving you the power. Is he really giving you the power?
Yes.
Atzilut just keep on going. The Shefa, the oxygen is always there.
You're blocking yourself.
You're blocking yourself. That's what God means when he says, give me power. You understand it? You understand the answer now?
It's like, let me in, basically.
Exactly. I'm here. Just let me in. I don't know if you guys saw what we just learned. What I just taught you right now
Yes.
is probably opens up gates.
But yes, how do you let him in? What do you do?
Mitzvot masim tovim.
Like,
Sure.
For example,
You say the Shem
For
Shem.
example, the Gemara says in Masechet Yevamot, Samech Gimel. Whoever gets married, he clogs the pipe. What pipe? Opposite. He's clogging the pipe of Averot.
The
You
Bible.
understand? He's clogging the pipe of Averot. You understand what I'm saying? Here the Gemara says, we do the mitzvah. He said, what's a mitzvah? A mitzvah is a mamshich the mochim. A mamshich the chokmah bina v'dad. Why does Chabad call himself Chabad?
Chesed Chochmah B'Dad.
The world is always in a state of immaturity, of chesed till malchut. You gotta bring them the Chabad, the chokmah bina v'dad. So they call themselves Chabad.
yeah.
Understand? When you do averot, you're clogging the pipe. When you do mitzvot, you're bringing down the shefa. Let's say I do a lot of mitzvot, but I do a lot of averot too. The shefa is not coming down. What do I do to open up the pipe?
Stop doing our own.
What is that called?
Chesed. Stop
No, restriction.
Teshuvah. Teshuvah. Teshuvah is like that, you know, the thing you put down and you open the pipe and it drains.
Drain on that.
Beat you. That's what teshuvah is. Teshuvah opens up the pipe. You want to get married? Open up your pipe. Parnasah, open up your pipe. Of course Hashem wants to give you everything. He's the most loving Father, wants to give you everything more than the greatest loving Father in the world.
How should you look at it? Love or fear?
But the question, doesn't make a difference. His love and his fear is greater than the love and fear of any single creation in the world. Or creator in the world. How much does a father love his kid? Just the other day, my wife went on a trip to Billy B's. I don't know. One of those jumping houses, this, that.
Nah.
She didn't, so I texted her, like, how are you? She took all 3 kids with her. And
Shocked.
after an hour, no
Shocked.
answer. After 2 hours, no answer. 3 hours, I got
Yeah,
scared.
she's having too much
I started to
fun.
freak out. And no Wi-Fi, no nothing, WhatsApp, no, you know, you have 2 hours over there. No answer. I started to freak it's 4 kids. And what am I doing over there? Tzedakah, this, that. I started to get scared. Who knows what happened?
Yeah.
You understand? I love my kids. I love my spouse. 10 billion trillion times more than that, Hashem loves you. Why shouldn't he give you what you want? Maybe you don't deserve. Maybe you don't need it right now. Maybe you need it after teshuvah. Maybe Hashem knows you're capable of doing teshuvah right now. He's waking you up. Maybe he gave you this message right now to wake you up. I'm not Ari HaKadosh. I'm not a Navi. I cannot tell you exactly what's going on. But I'll tell you one thing. Right now it's Chodesh Elul. Right now in this 30 days, whatever's left of it, 22 days? 22 days, you could do whatever you didn't do in the whole year. But remember one thing, the Gemara says in Masechet Yevamot, you need to get married. I am parnasah.
What if you try everything, it doesn't work?
Take the gava out. Whatever comes, if it comes, you gotta take it. You gotta take it. You understand? At the end of the day, it's all the same. So you might as well take it as is. You understand? As long as you're doing the mitzvah. Let's finish the paragraph. So if you don't do the mitzvot, if you don't do the mitzvot, you're not bringing the shefa down. It's as if the 10th sfirot of Atziyut is not bringing down the shefa, right? You're clogging the pipe. Give strength to Hashem. Not that you're giving strength to Hashem. Hashem giving you the power
Give him.
to give him.
So
Not that he
question-
needs you. He's telling you, I'm making you special.
Question for you.
Depends.
A person who doesn't keep Torah and mitzvot, just
Yeah.
an average Joe who doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm a Jew,
Yeah.
but no mash.
Yeah.
How's he getting all the shefa?
So
down
there is
to
some
him?
nishamot that are malchut, they're this, they're that, at a very low level. For him, just saying that I believe in Hashem, he's already bringing in the shefa.
Ah, okay.
Or the other.
Or
He's not
he's
so
sucking off
powerful.
of a tzaddik.
Yeah.
He's what?
He's sucking off of a tzaddik.
From his
And that tzaddik is poor as hell.
So what is the
And
fair?
he's making millions.
What's
But the tzaddik
balance?
he doesn't want it. Doesn't
What's
care.
the balance?
That's
You know,
the balance.
That's the balance. The tzaddik doesn't care. He just wants to sit in his table and learn Torah. Wow. Did you ever realize there's people like that in the world? They just they don't have their vacation is to sit on the table with a gemarot with this and that. That's their vacation.
Don't touch me.
That's
That's
you.
it.
There's many like that in the world. That's their vacation. Did you ever realize that? They don't want to drink, they don't want to eat, they just want a cup of coffee, black, little bit of
Caramel.
maybe some caramel,
Carrots.
yeah. And this is sit down, he's Mekayf Shelo. He's like Rabbi Bar Chama, Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yosef Hanina. He's learning tzaddikim, Zerubbabel. He's learning tzaddikim. He's in a high.
Different level.
The guy he went to the vacation comes back. He's sachut. He's destroyed.
Yeah, tired.
He's tired. He
He's
can't.
not on
even-
vacation after
He
vacation.
and he goes to the vacation. He can't rate the. So who's in the real vacation over here? One more paragraph. We're calling it a night. ועוד סיבה אחרת, the reason, כי גם אם האדם בעצמו בריא ונקי, let's say you're healthy and clean, חפצו שמלבושיו יהיו מפוארים כפי גדולתו, you also want your clothes to be clean and nice. If you're healthy and clean, you're gonna wear rags.
Yeah.
You want good, right?
Exactly.
So too, you're Hashem's clothing. So even though Hashem doesn't need you, but He wants His clothing, kabutabi, you, to be looking nice, good, right? לכן גם הספירות עצמן, so do the sfirot, the 10 characteristics, the 10 firmaments, the 10 sfirot, נראים כביכול חלושים. They look weak, חס ושלום. הם בעצמם כשנבראים בלי מתוקנים. If the creations are not clean, why? Because בריאה יצר עשייה are the clothes of Atzilut. So if we're messed up, it's as if Atzilut is messed up.
Can you repeat that? That's for those?
Keter, Chokhmah, Binah is Gar. Gimel Rishonot. But that's the highest, that's the Chabad, that's the higher ones. Then there is the Vak, the lower ones, which is Chesed, Givurat, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yisod, and Malchut. You're born automatically with the lower ones. You gotta bring to yourself the higher ones. That's the whole Torah of the Kabbalah. That's the whole thing, huh?
That's how you get it with the.
Mitzvot.
You level up.
Mekubalim
Like-
know how to know which mitzvot are which sfira, which shefa. That's their koach. They know what's what. The regular guy could just say L'Shem Yechud, and that's it. Yeah, he's a regular Joe. He knows what to do, what he has to do. He just L'Shem Yechud. There's a mitzvah. Rabbi Yosef Dayan used to put a nail inside the wall. He used to say L'Shem Yechud. שבאים בלי מתוקנים זה knows and it doesn't mean to give strength to Hashem. You said Sharei is karleg ושאלה שלישית. When we come back next week, we'll be at the end of Pei Tet, בעניין לסיבות הנזכרות. For these reasons, man needs to be created to give strength כביכול to Hashem, to be ממשיך השפע to the lower worlds, and that's only the Adam HaYisraeli, the Jewish man. The Goy could keep Shabbat till later tomorrow, he won't be mamshich the shefa of Atzilut.
Take it,
You're right,
shefa from us.
Huh?
Noah?
He could do whatever he has to do, but he will never be mamshich the shefa to Bria
It's
Yitzra.
depending
The whole world
on
can't do that?
us.
Torah, mates.
How about Noah?
Noah was something else. Noah was before the Torah. He was the source of the Shamot. He was somebody else.